all, Randy Orton Fan 2011, and it's time for the Budweiser Shootout. That's right, it's time to kick off the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series season. So we got a field of 24 hungry drivers, and of course they all want to start the season out with a bang. Of course, this is season 2 of the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series, so I will have everything else that is necessary, and of course, there's a bit of an announcement that I have to make before I start the race. There are the top 2 finishers, that's right, the top 2 finishers in this race, the top 2 finishers, that whoever finishes first and second, they will be on the front row for the Daytona 500. So whoever finishes first and second will be on the pole and outside pole respectively in the Daytona 500. So that is just all that I'm gonna say. Of course, we got a good crowd here. We got a lot of people in attendance, and we'll take a look at the starting grid for a little bit, and we'll get the command to fire up the engine. So stay tuned. That was your starting lineup. Of course, got a bunch of notables here. Of course, Alexander Jones will be on the pole, and then Jack Richards in the 2 car will be starting second. Of course, we have our 5 drivers from the qualifier. The last chance qualifier is in here as well, and of course, a big lots at stake. There's a lot at stake here at the Budweiser Shootout as we get set to get rolling with those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
We're ready to go here at Daytona under the lights for the Budweiser Shootout. This race is 16 laps long, and there are no points on the line, just 2 spots, the 2 spots in the front row for the Daytona 500. That is what it is at stake. Of course, the winner will receive all the glory. Only the winner will be remembered for winning the Budweiser Shootout. And whoever wins the Budweiser Shootout as well, I almost forgot, will also be eligible for the All-Star race later this season. So be aware of that. Good crowd here, about 125,000 in attendance. Under the lights here at Daytona. Pace car is going to make that hard left to pit road. It's time to kick off season 2 of the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series. Green flag. And we're underway to go under the lights here at Daytona. It's one of the most unpredictable tracks here in the NASCAR circuit. Alexander Jones, the leader, will lead the field through turns 1 and 2, followed by the 14 of Alexander Dawson and the 37 of Sophia Hall. It'll take these cars about a full lap to reach maximum speed. Of course, check them out. They're 3 wide and even 4 wide. They're 4 wide through these turns at Daytona. That's how much we love super speedway racing. And it is Alexander Jones who will lead the first lap of the Budweiser Shootout. Michael Dawson in the 42 has moved up into the 2nd position, and then we got Seth Cole in the 24 car in 3rd, and then James McLeod in the 11 up to 4th. Oh, we got trouble. We got trouble coming off turn 2. The caution is out, and it's a race back to the start-finish line. Alexander Jones stuck on that high side. Here comes Seth Cole to the inside. Getting help from the the 11 of James McLeod and 39 of Trent Dunham. A spin off turn 2 brings out our first caution of the race, and it is Seth Cole who will lead the field to the start-finish line. A few cars got involved in that. Looks like Red Bell, Justin Perry, and Josh Cullen and Rachel Williams got a piece of that one. Not sure if a few other drivers did as well. We'll take a look at what brought out the first caution of the Bud Shootout. Stay tuned. Alright, here's what brought out the first caution of the race. We'll take a look at our bird's eye view camera. You see these cars. You see Red Bell, Josh Cullen, and Connor Breton going 3 wide in a fairly narrow part of the racetrack. And then something's going to happen with one of these cars. It's right about here. Right about here. You're going to see Red Bell move up the racetrack just a little bit. That's going to get Josh Cullen into the left rear of Connor Breton. And then right there, then so we can get a better view right there. Here we go. Right about here. Take a look from this angle. Right here, the no, it's actually the 55 of Josh Cullen who gets into the 10 of Red Bell. That pushes both Red Bell and Josh Cullen up the track. That's going to get Connor Breton sideways. And then right there, 27 of Rachel Williams, nowhere to go, as well as the 18 of Justin Perry. And then 17 of Ashley Young and the 93 of Alex Tanker are going to make contact. And then something happened with Red Bell and Rachel Williams. Take a look at our bird's eye view camera right about here. Rachel Williams tries to save it, but then she ends up getting into the 10 of Red Bell. And then they're going to go and then both of those cars are going to go sideways. And that was what brings out the first caution of the race. Let's go on board the 27 Rachel Williams to see what she went through in this wreck. She got wrecked. We go on board the 17 of Ashley Young. See what she saw in this one. She makes it through without much damage. We'll be right back for more green flag racing right after this. Stay tuned. Pace car has given us the 1 to go, and it's about to make the hard left into pit road. As with our top 5 is Michael Dawson, Alyssa Anderson, Trent Dunham, James McLeod, and Seth Cole. That is your top 5 at this point. As the green flag is back in the air, and we're back under green here at lap 7. There you see James McLeod in the 11 car, helping out Seth Cole for the moment. Alyssa Anderson in the 83 is going to pass Trent Dunham for the 3rd spot. And Michael Dawson in the 42 will pass Dunham as well for the 4th spot. Here comes James McLeod to the inside of Seth Cole, going to take the lead. He's going to get help from the 42 of Michael Dawson. Cole and Anderson are going to go high up the racetrack as James McLeod takes the lead off turn 4. James McLeod will lead this lap, and we're at the halfway point. They're 3 wide. They're 3 wide coming into turns 1 and 2. It looks like the 30 of Matthew McMurray, one of the part-time drivers, one of the part-timers, is now in the lead. If he ends up winning the race, then he'll end up making the Daytona 500. But he's going to be stuck on the high sides. They go 3 wide again. And it's Austin LaPlante sticking it out for the lead. As you come around, we are halfway through the Budweiser Shootout. Austin LaPlante is your leader. Well, he was the leader until this moment. Now Sophia Hall and Jennifer Miller are in first and second. Second and first, actually, respectively. See them coming through turns 3 and 4. Sophia Hall is going to stick it out on the inside. She will take the lead with help from the 13 of Ryan Cooper and the 29 of Aaron Williams, her teammate. Sophia Hall will lead this lap. 7 to go now. Well, super speedway racing is definitely unpredictable. And now the two teammates are working together, Aaron Williams and Jessica Miller. And Aaron Williams will take the lead off turn 2. Big block by the two teammates, forcing Dylan Poteet to the outside lot, to the middle lane. James McLeod is back near the front in third. Alyssa Anderson back to fourth. And Michael Dawson and Dylan Poteet are battling for the 5th position. Aaron Williams leads a lap, 6 to go. Jessica Miller to the inside of Williams. She's got help from her other teammate, the 83 of Alyssa Anderson. Boy, back and forth action with these super speedways, as Jessica Miller takes the lead. Teammates are able to block Michael Dawson for the moment. Looks like Jessica Miller will lead that lap, but her teammate Alyssa Anderson has now gone to the inside, or maybe not. It's actually the 42 of Michael Dawson to the inside with that inside advantage. He will take the lead. 5 to go. Austin LaPlante is now in second. Alexander Jones, our pole sitter, is back up to third. We still got a good battle here for lots of positions. Michael Dawson takes the lead, coming into turn 4. Sophia Hall takes second. Alexander Dawson in third. Come around 4 to go now. Michael Dawson got stuck on the high side, and now Alexander Dawson up to second, and Seth Cole will take the lead. Ryan Cooper now wants to get back in this, as well as the 2 of Jack Richards, our outside pole sitter. Cooper with the inside advantage. He's going to take the lead, coming into turn 3. Jack Richards up to second. Christopher Martin, who started near the back of the pack, has moved up to third. How about that? Ryan Cooper will lead this lap, 3 to go. But Jack Richards and Chris Martin are going to go to the inside of Cooper. And Justin Perry, who got involved in that earlier wreck, still off the pace, but they might end up catching up to him. This could be a big factor in this one. As Christopher Martin takes the lead, Dylan Poteet up to second, and Aaron Williams in third. They're going to go 3 wide through this turn. And Aaron Williams is going to stick it out on the inside with help from the 11 of James McLeod. We come around 2 to go. James McLeod back into the inside of Aaron Williams. Wants to take that lead away. But so does the 56 of Jessica Miller. Miller with the inside advantage. Getting help from the 9 of Austin LaPlante and the 31 of Alexander Jones. We're still under green as we go 3 wide again. And now our pole sitter Alexander Jones is going to stick it out once again to the inside. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Who will win the Budweiser Shootout? Alexander Jones leads the field to the white flag, and how about this? Look at this. Look at this. Matthew McMurray and Alyssa Anderson, and then Sophia Hall, 3 of our part-time drivers. Could they pull off the upset? It's a matter of who's on the inside line on turns 3 and 4 in the final lap, and this could be it. Hall and Anderson side by side, but Sophia Hall's got the inside advantage. They come around, the checkered flag is out. It's a good one to the finish, and it's Sophia Hall. How about that? Sophia Hall, one of the part-time drivers, wins the Budweiser Shootout. And guess what? She will be on the pole for the Daytona 500. And hard to believe a part-timer would end up winning the Budweiser Shootout, but it happened. And there's your finishing order for the race. Sophia Hall, how about that? Sophia Hall, one of the part-time drivers, ends up making the Daytona 500 via the Budweiser Shootout. Michael Dawson, who ended up second, he was so close to winning that race, but he won't have to go through qualifying races. He will start on the outside of row 1. And then we go through the rest of the finishing order. Jennifer Miller finishes 3rd, Alyssa Anderson 4th, Jack Richards 5th, Alexander Dawson 6th, Trent Dunham 7th, Matthew McMurray 8th, Christopher Martin 9th, and Ryan Cooper rounds out the top 10. Then we go through the bottom part of the field. We have Dylan Poteet, Seth Cole, Alexander Jones, James McLeod, Austin LaPlante, Jessica Miller, Aaron Williams, Ashley Young, Josh Cullen, Alex Tanker, Red Bell, Connor Breton, Rachel Williams, and Justin Perry. There's some good respect for 2 teammates. Sophia Hall getting congratulated by her teammate Alyssa Anderson. So how about that? Sophia Hall ends up winning the Budweiser Shootout, and she will punch her ticket into the Daytona 500. So this is going to cause a little confusion for me because I already have 42 full-time drivers, but Sophia Hall's a part-timer, and this could get real interesting. Alright, so a great way to start off the Season 2 of the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series. Congratulations to Sophia Hall for winning the Budweiser Shootout. Of course, we still have, of course, Sophia Hall and Michael Dawson will make up the front row for the Daytona 500. And of course, we still have our 2 qualifying races to determine the starting lineup for the 500. And of course, don't forget the NASCAR GameStop Cup Series race after the qualifying races. So once again, congratulations to Sophia Hall for winning the Budweiser Shootout. And this has been your NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series President Kevin Rabenall signing off.